Hello, it's Butterfree, and today I'd like to talk about the darkest moments in DC Comics history. I wrote a few of the most darkest moments that I believe are the worst, and I wrote some notes about it, so I'm going to talk about it. DC Comics has given us heroes, hope, and some of the darkest, most disturbing moments in comic book history. Today, we're diving into the stories that push boundaries, broke characters, and changed the DC universe forever. These are the darkest moments in DC Comics history. Let's start with one of the most infamous events, which took place in The Killing Joke. This is a storyline where the Joker shows just how cruel he really can be. He shoots Barbara Gordon the moment she opens the door, not because she was Batgirl, not because it would help him win, but just to hurt James Gordon emotionally and psychologically. The impact of this moment was massive. Barbara was paralyzed for years, forced to reinvent herself as Oracle. It wasn't just a dark moment. This story changed her entire life. Superman is the symbol of truth, justice, and hope. But in injustice, all of that breaks. The Joker tricked Superman into killing Lois Lane, who was pregnant with his child at the time. And on top of that, he used fear toxin mixed with kryptonite to make Superman destroy the city of Metropolis. When Superman realizes what happened, he loses everything. And for the first time in history, he kills the Joker. This moment launches the Injustice universe, where Superman becomes a dictator. It's one of the darkest turns in any DC timeline. Bane didn't just want to beat Batman, he wanted to break him. In Nightfall, Bane releases every villain in Arkham to exhaust Batman physically and mentally. And when Bruce is completely drained, Bane walks into the Batcave and does the unthinkable. For you guys who may not be into DC, I'm going to explain in short detail what he did. He basically goes into the Batcave and he breaks Batman's back over his knee. This moment showed that even Batman could fall. It's brutal, iconic, and one of DC's most shocking defeats. The death of the second Robin. Jason Todd is still one of the DC's most heartbreaking tragedies. The Joker beats Jason with a crowbar, leaves him in a warehouse, and the entire building explodes. What makes this moment even darker is that DC let fans vote on his fate. And the vote came back. Jason Todd dies. This traumatized Batman and haunted the Bat family for years, until Jason came back as the Red Hood. Now, I'd like to talk about one that may not be as popular to a lot of DC readers. The Black Lantern Corps rise in The Blackest Night. In Blackest Night, death itself becomes a weapon. The Black Lantern Corps resurrects DC heroes and villains as corrupted, zombie-like versions of themselves. These aren't mindless monsters. They're cruel, emotionally manipulative, and fully aware. It's one of the most terrifying DC events because it forces every hero to confront the dead. If you've seen Smallville, then you probably know a piece of this story. Doomsday kills Superman in The Death of Superman. One of the biggest events in comic book history, Superman vs. Doomsday. Doomsday isn't a villain with a plan, he's pure destruction. And in the final battle, Superman sacrifices himself to stop him. The image of Superman dying in Lois Lane's arms is still one of the darkest and most emotional moments DC has ever created. Flashpoint, The Flash Ruins the World. Flashpoint is dark because it shows how one mistake can destroy everything. Kind of how the butterfly effect works. Do not mess with the past, people. Barry Allen goes back in time to save his mother and accidentally creates a nightmare timeline. Wonder Woman and Aquaman are at war, Bruce Wayne died, and Thomas Wayne became Batman. Superman is a government experiment, the world is falling apart. It's tragic, it's brutal, and it shows how dangerous time travel can be. These moments changed the DC universe forever. They shocked fans, broke heroes, and gave us some of the most powerful storytelling in comic book history. If you want more DC deep dives, character breakdowns, or timeline videos, make sure you hit a like, subscribe, and comment with dark DC moment I should cover next.